Hi guys, it's Omar Kiliel, your regulated Canadian immigration consultant. And today this video is about family sponsorship. I got bombarded with a bunch of questions at my YouTube video. So I'm going to answer these questions one by one. See, when it comes to family sponsorship, for example, you are sponsoring someone from overseas, you are in Canada yourself, and you're trying to get your family back home to Canada. So the first thing that matters in family sponsorship is your ability to establish a genuine relationship. So that's the first question. People ask me, it's been 10 months, 12 months, 15 months. Our application is still in processing. Why is it taking too long? See, when we submit incomplete application, or when we submit an application which lacks documentary evidence that will establish your genuine relationship, this will cause further delays in your application. The immigration officer, he could send you a procedural fairness letter, and normally in this letter, the points raised by the immigration officer, they relate to the fact that if your relationship is genuine or not. If it is, then why haven't you sent complete documentary evidence? If you think you've sent just a bunch of pictures and your marriage certificate, to be honest, that's not enough at all. So what documents do we need to submit in order to establish a genuine relationship? Okay, so first of all, you need to share documents which display the same residential address. Okay, so this could be your national identity card back home where you're from, for example, India or Pakistan, wherever. You should also submit documents which display your name together. For example, it could be a joint bank account, it could be a joint insurance policy. These things will carry a lot of weight in your application. So when you submit a complete application with documentary evidence, it will have a very smooth transition. So apart from this, you should also maintain a communication log. For example, you're speaking to each other over the phone, over WhatsApp, then you should maintain a log over WhatsApp. Either you could get screenshots, and if you happen to make a trip back home to see your spouse, make sure to keep those air tickets to and back home. So this will further prove that you guys are regularly communicating. You aren't able to live without each other. And then comes your intention to reside in Canada permanently. Okay, so this could also be proven by adding in a bunch of documents. For example, if you are working for a certain employer, make sure you add in your employment letter. Okay, you can also add in your tax record if you are filing your tax regularly. And again, there isn't any option at all. You need to add in your tax records, okay, especially for the last 3 years. Help you to establish that you will be able to support your family once they arrive in Canada. And again, that shows your genuine intent to reside in Canada. And also add in your lease agreement. Okay, first we talked about your employment, your tax records. You can also add in your lease documents, your rental agreement if you are renting a house, or if you own a house, you can add in the ownership document. Okay, these are really important documents. It's important documentary evidence which will prove your genuine intention to remain in Canada. Okay, so in the beginning, we talked about the documentary evidence that will help you to establish your genuine relationship. And then we talked about your intention to reside in Canada, your financial plan. So make sure for each of these points which I have raised, you have clear documentary evidence that will be added with your family spousal application. If you do not submit these documents, okay, which prove your genuine relationship, which prove your genuine intention to remain in Canada once you arrive in Canada, there will be delays in your application. To one of my clients, I remember that was a few years back, what happened was that person was asked to go through a DNA test to establish his relationship. So what went wrong initially, he only submitted, just his marriage certificate and a bunch of wedding photos, and that was pretty much everything. So the officer had this doubt in his mind that this isn't a genuine relationship because he had one daughter, and his daughter was already a Canadian citizen by birth, and then he thought there's something wrong. So he was asked to go through DNA testing. And now, lastly, I will speak about the current policy that's in place. Canadian government allows you to apply for a TRV spousal visa. So for those family sponsorship applicants that your applications are already in process, it's being processed, you are allowed to apply for a TRV visa so you can unite with your family in Canada. So that's an added flexibility. If you are someone who has already applied for family sponsorship, you've been given your UCI number, or you have been issued your AOR, then I would suggest that you can also think about this TRV visa if your application is taking a bit long. Because again, Canadian government allows you to apply for the TRV visa while your application is in process. Okay, that's it for now. We'll come back with more videos. Thank you very much.